Welcome to the Drunk Farm and the apocalyptic. Not even going to try to say it. The apocalyptic live show. Oh, is this any better if I broadcast from out here? Because if this doesn't work, my next option is to get a broadcast studio up on top of the truck. Because there's a tower right here. Like, why can't I get signal? Well, we'll see. So, who's in chat, and is it actually working this time? Got a bit of a fire going over here. So, anyways, it's been a fun week, hasn't it? Apparently, uh, we've now become a third world banana republic. Hey, I don't recognize that name. Welcome to the show. Um, we're going to arrest Donald Trump. This makes so much sense. It's not going to work. I don't want to turn this into a political show. We have enough of those on YouTube as is. All I'm saying is it kind of leads me in the direction, or guides me, inspires me in a new direction. The apocalypse is coming. We have become a third world country with a tin pot dictator where we're just going to arrest our political rivals. Do you think it's going to stop with Trump? Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. That is the funny part because the uniparty, there really is no difference in them anymore. Um, come next election, you know, down the road, well, we're going to start arresting those Democrats. See what I'm saying? So it's going to be back and forth this political circus where uh, we win by arresting our opponents. Trust me, this is not the end of it. This gets far worse from here. The apocalypse is coming, and we can all feel it. This gives me a lot of ideas on videos I want to shoot. The stream is starting to clog up. It's going to do that. Big Ragu, how are things? MYK, good to have you in. Bob Hunt is. Hey, Ed is here. Ed, I want to talk to you, bud. You bought a thing off of me a long time ago and never sent me an address. So I still have your thing, and you spent like $50 on it. Give me an address, and I'll ship that out to you. Uh, things have been going well enough. I do have a bicycle now. There's a whole video going to be shot on that. I want to continue shooting videos that I like, but also want to shoot videos that people are going to watch. And what's that? What does that look like? I don't like apparently, watching my old ass on the screen isn't cutting it anymore. Mm. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat here. My fingers getting in the way of the camera. So, electric or leg power? Yeah, well, right now it's just leg power. One step at a time. You're into town in 15 minutes instead of an hour. So, it's an upgrade. And then we'll continue to upgrade from there. I have some ideas. And that is kind of the point. So, the next video I shoot will be about the bicycle and how it gets me to where I want to go. Then I do a trailer build. Then we do a motorized build, one step at a time, because it is time that we start thinking ahead. The apocalypse is upon us. Think about this. Now we have trannies shooting kids. They're going to attempt to ban guns again. Buffalo man got out of jail. The Fed is going to a digital currency. That'll be fun. We're now arresting political rivals on trivial charges. What else have we got going on? So it's hard to see how we survive this as America. I knew Bigfoot was real. He's right here. Uh, wait a minute. Circle in the middle goes round and round. Basically, yeah. So whatever the Democrats do to the Republicans are going to do back next election. So this idea of, you know, seizing power by force and by jailing and, or, you know, harassing your opponents. Well, this is now the new America. We have become El Salvador. Aliens will take all of us out. I've been waiting for the alien invasion because it always felt like they were building up to something. I thought it was the alien invasion, or at least alien invasion, that they would literally invent an alien invasion. Because why not? They got away with everything else. They got away with making people wear masks for years. Do you remember the the high school band where they had holes cut in their masks so they could play their instruments? That was real. That was real. Mm. So I've been waiting for them to for either a real alien invasion or an imaginary one the government just makes up. Oh no, no. See, I've stopped predicting the future because I'm really bad at it. But clearly things are not going well when we have become El Salvador. Remember those days? El Salvador, Nicaragua, always coup d'etats, regime change, CIA, Iran Contra. You know, good old Ollie North, those days. Anyways, back down to the real world. It gives me a lot of ideas of what I want to take my hunt videos and not so much into prepping. I think prepping is a fucking joke. And not really into the off grid thing because if you watch off grid videos now, you know, they've got like the $50,000 solar setup, you know, new $70,000 truck. And I hear there's one video, the materials were delivered by helicopter. That's not off grid living. Must be nice outside in a t shirt. I just shovel my driveway. Dude, I'm in Florida. Look, I'm sweating. Real Honest Truth is in. Uh, Real Honest Truth, he knows all about the alien apocalypse. How deep is the water? I can sure you can do a water pump. Okay, that is something that is on the agenda. But so I want to do this kind of strange off-grid living, preparing for the apocalypse, and do hunt videos in like in a gym kind of way. Don't ask. It's coming. I'm working on it. Uh, Meanwhile, I do have the store, Hobag Industries. Uh, Hopefully somebody can post that link because I can't get to the chat. I have no idea why. So what's going on in your world? What do you think of you know, Orange Man being arrested? The day Red found a fish and you called her weird. I don't know what that was all about. We have Bigfoot's gone. Uh, yeah. What do you think about the Trump arrest? I think we've become El Salvador, where all bets are off. You can assassinate your opponents, arrest them, throw them in the dungeon, and I think it's just going to be one big fucking merry-go-round. When the Republicans are in power, they're going to arrest the Democrats, and it's just going to be the same fucking garbage over and over. So, what do you think? Are we going to end up in Mad Max world? I want to talk about preppers in general. Orange Man will be president again. I have no doubt. And all I can say is the charges are still sealed. But if it's what we've been led to believe, they've arrested him for hush money to a prostitute. I'm sorry. That's 97% of Washington is guilty of that. But we're going to arrest this one guy. And the problems with arresting a front-running presidential candidate are endless. Things get very, very bad from here. It's all part of the movie Trump first, then Obama, then Bush Clinton. I'm down. Let's talk Benghazi. Let's talk about GW and the illegal wars. Let's talk about Obama and drone strikes on children. Can we now talk about, see what I'm saying? The go round just got set on kill. Uh, he claimed the payoff as a write off. He didn't make the payoff. But look, we're not going to argue the facts. Let's let the fucking lawyers and juries all figure that out. We know what we know in the media. It's none of it's fact. It's all what we have been heard through rumors. Was he guilty of paying off a hooker? So what? Bill Clinton was getting blowjobs under the desk in the Oval Office. Are we now going to go arrest Bill Clinton? Or, did he try to pay off Monica? I think he did. That was part of the problem. Hey, SKS is in. Uh, so we're talking about Orange Man Bad. And the thing is, I'm not going to say he's innocent or guilty. I'm going to say everybody in Washington has done what he's accused of and far worse. Listen to SGA Non on YouTube. He explains it all. I'm not listening to anybody on YouTube. Fuck that. Doing in the background is a distraction. What is going on in the background? It's like getting dark. Oh, my fire's going out. Oh, how's the chickens? So the chickens, I ended up putting them as free range because they kept escaping anyways. So I gave up, opened the door, and they have done extraordinarily well. In fact, I've been talking about wanting to shoot videos about off-grid life, homesteading, prepping, the coming apocalypse. Well, one of those things is food and firearms. They're going to need both. I have chickens, and I have an egg thief. So there's going to be a whole video series on eliminating my egg thief. That'll be fun. I wanted to ask on live stream, how are your planted vegetables doing? They're not. I have no water. Well, I do. I have been having to truck water in to keep the animals alive. I do not have enough water, and it has not rained but once in 2 weeks. So I haven't planted anything. It is not good. I always thought Florida got more water than this. So I will be working on the well. That's another video. I'll be trying to drill a well, dig a well. We'll figure out how that goes. Yeah, so there is no garden right now, but I've been sitting around all day writing scripts and coming up with new ideas. The sand point is definitely something I need to work on. I would also like to dig a pond, something that can hold a substantial amount of water. But of course, I have ducks, so they're going to fuck it up. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. The image is really weird. My phone's all fucked up. Anyways, like I said, I think we're on the merry-go-round, and those on the side of the preppers, they're waiting for the total shit hit the fan. Yes, real honest truth. We have that. There's a video coming soon on that. The children are playing, but we're just going to go around in this circle, and preppers are believing that the grid's going to go down and the food supplies are going to dry up and the government is going to be running SWAT teams. None of that's going to happen. I'll tell you the secret. I'll tell you what's really going to happen. If we are going to get driven farther and farther down in poverty, and it is all controlled by the AI. Elon Musk calls to stop new AI. There it is, the AI. I believe the AI has been around for a long time and just doesn't want to be found yet. The ghost in the machine. Kids. The puppy's chasing the kitten. And the AI is behind the engineering of all this. The right versus left, the trannies versus the Christian kids, the Biden versus Trump. It's all fucking fake. It is all about control. So I want to shoot videos about taking control back through making your own power, making your own water, making your own transportation, and other things. I have a lot of fun ideas. Like I said, I spent most of the day writing scripts, which I haven't done in a very long time. Yeah, MYK. AI, I have worked, I played with Chat GPT, Replica, um, Imagine, and there was another one I was playing with. It's not that scary. Chat GPT uh, could use some help. But that's only what we are able to access, publicly. So what's really behind it? I honestly think the AI is behind it. Everything else we're seeing is controlled. And I don't know how to explain this in a way that doesn't make me sound completely fucking batshit. We're being, it's all being painted in this 1984 kind of way, right? Conformity. We have to conform. Everybody has to think alike. We have to use the same words, the same language. But the AI is now so powerful. The computer systems we have are so powerful. It can track every single person. They couldn't do that in 1984. Stalin couldn't do that. Mao, Hitler. I mean, what we can do now with computers is Hitler's fucking wet dream. Stalin would have just lost his mind. Can track the banking behavior of every citizen all at once. You see the problem? It is so bad that rather than 1984 conformity, um, you have to obey the system can build a reality specifically for you. Sometimes it needs opposition. It needs you to be on the Republican side, and it needs you over there need to be on the Democrat side. So it provides you with nudges. It gives you the videos. It gives you the ideas, and it serves up to you the narrative it wants for you personally, for its own agenda, so that you will be divided rather than everyone kind of getting together and going, "Hey, life sucks. Let's uh, let's do something about it." And that is the ultimate secret. The world isn't going to end. It's not going to go down into some kind of catastrophic meltdown. The grid's not going to collapse. There's going to be no EMP, no nuclear war. It will be endless fucking misery serving out the agenda of some computer program. Uh, Nothing is real. Check out the Mandela effect. I don't believe in the Mandela effect one bit. The fact that you can't remember precisely the facts of the past doesn't change the facts of the past. Just my theory. Biden's son. Hey, Jet Ski John in the UK is in here, and the UK is closer to apocalypse than we are. But again, it's like I said, it's the AI generated apocalypse. Um, I don't know. Have you seen some of the thumbnails I've used? The girls in some of the pictures in my videos. All that's AI generated. Some of it, some of it looks very good. Um, John, how's the UK? I've not heard good things about it lately. Like people getting arrested for saying there are only two genders. And that again, that is a construction that the computer program is building for its own ends. It has nothing to do with uh, this right left bullshit. Because if you notice, there is no ability for the right and left to talk. They shout at each other. You're wrong. Well, we're going to end you at all costs. We're going to arrest you. There's no more dialogue. There's no more compromise. And that is what the plan is. It's not to become a Democrat leftist hellhole or to become, conservative guns and country, whatever. The idea is to keep these two sides so far apart they don't realize they all have the same needs, the same wants in life. So we need to start taking it a little more serious that the apocalypse is coming quietly. We are being herded into our each individual little niche, and there is no one right side. The rich are going to get rich, and they need you to be poor. Everything will change, but we'll all stay the same. Well, actually, the poor have gotten a lot richer too. No, that's an old narrative. But hey, uh, if you want to identify as black and move to California, apparently they're going to pay black people $5 million apiece reparations. Let that one sink in. Just unbelievable shit. This is the world we're living in, and by all accounts, we are going to. It has to collapse, right? It has to collapse. You can't just keep printing money. Oh yeah, you can. You can just make it digital. We will all head to the drunk farm and make our own community. And that, believe it or not, is the right answer. Not necessarily the drunk farm, but you are needing a community of people. They don't even have to agree with you. As long as you can talk and compromise and get along, that's all that. That's what the system is trying to avoid. Community, families, those are all bad things. No, I'm actually not drinking tonight. Um, yeah, you should see my pile of beer cans. I've had enough for a while. Robots taking over workplace. I love it. Yeah, I've seen the Walmart cleaning robot. People go along and push it into like little holes in the floor, get stuck. It's funny shit. This is a natural result of screaming for $15 an hour minimum wage. You get self-serve kiosk in McDonald's. In fact, Gainesville now has a self-serve Circle K. You could you go up to the kiosk, buy your gas, and walk out the door, which is somehow better than buying at the pump. I don't know, but it's a weird thing because one, people don't want to work; they've gotten too entitled. For another, people getting too expensive to pay. Throw up a kiosk. It's worked for Walmart for years. Kroger, like I said, yeah, the drunk farm, sure, if you guys want to come and hang out, that's cool. But you do need a community of people who, at the very least, understand we're all being manipulated. And I don't want my channel to turn into a political reaction channel. No, I want it to turn into real action, like the bicycle. Just got the bicycle, got some plans on that. One thing not AI controlled is the kitty cat. What are you doing, babe? What are you doing? Oh, meow, meow, meow. Can't play with the camera. Never easy. Go play with the puppy or the chickens. Yeah, so the puppy came racing up the driveway the other day. Just yipe, 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 yipe. She wasn't hurt, just scared. She got a little too close to one of the roosters and they gave her a love tap. Hmm. Dumbass still chases the roosters, though. Still chases the cat. But my videos, I don't want to be about politics, about Donald Trump or Biden. They all need to be in jail. Especially Hunter, Joe, Jim. Hillary. And if I suddenly disappear, well, I'm not going to say Hillary had anything to do with it. The camouflage detector. Yeah. Do I have gators around? Not here, actually. One of the things I investigated heavily before I purchased in this area was swamp. I mean, look, I did the sketchiest fucking thing possible. I bought 1.25 acres in Florida on the internet, sight unseen. So I investigated it very heavily. There's no swamp near here. And you can tell by looking at the aerial pictures, the vegetation, um, the topographic maps. Uh, hey, bike contest got his order. What did you order? Bike contest. I don't remember. Anyways, I need some more orders. The link is in the description. Hmm. And I don't know exactly what to sell in the store. I mean, like I have all these fucking DVDs, right? Maybe I make $1 a piece on them, but it's a fucking buck ton of work. And are you guys going to buy DVDs? No. I'm shut out of everything else. I'm deplatformed. The universe nudging me in a particular direction. So what am I going to sell? I don't know. I'm going to go out and find stuff. List that. That's my plan. Start flint napping and sell arrowheads. If I had flint, um, I know where there's a ton in Ohio. I know where Flint Ridge is, in fact. Hmm. They bought dimes. Oh, dimes. Very cool. I have to find some more of those. Metal detecting around here, not easy. Florida is a very difficult place to go metal detecting. A lot of rules. Kitty, what are you doing? So, party at the drunk farm. That would be great. I would love to do Gym Fest in October, but I don't have any power or water yet. We'll see. I don't know if anyone wants to come down this far south. Hell, I don't know if we'll be allowed to by then. Papers, please. Hunt for pythons. They have bounties. Um, Again, that's farther south. Oh, kittens eating moths and shit. So, like pythons and the iguanas, I've got the air rifle. I could definitely go do that. But that's farther south of me. That's like Orlando area, which is about 100 miles south of me. So, yeah, it is beautiful fucking weather out here. And it has been beautiful. I need fucking rain bad. I've got my rain barrel set up with tarps. I've only been able to capture about 5 gallons in 2 weeks. Ah, poor old kitty cat. Why don't you go find you a rat or something to eat, baby? So, anyways, what do you guys think of my madness? It's not right versus left. We are being controlled by a larger force, and I believe that larger force is a computer program, the master AI. It already exists, the ghost in the machine. Do you agree or disagree? New beginnings. Hey, we've been watching since the early metal detecting days. I hope you're doing good. Uh, well, doing good is life doesn't suck at the moment. Give it 10 minutes. Uh, came in here in come here in England. It's raining. Send some my way. Yeah, Evan says there's definitely something sketchy going on. I don't even think Soros or Musk. I don't even think they're in control. I think the AI is manipulating them as well as everybody else. And the fact is, if this thing is smart enough to run all these, to control all this, it's also smart enough to not be found. It already exists, and we just don't know it yet. Skynet is coming. So, like these prepper channels, oh God, they bother me. They're like, oh, look at my 72 guns and, my 6 months worth of food supply. Well, if the apocalypse goes down how you think it is, or they think it is, the EMP takes out the grid, uh, and it's just Mad Max dog eat dog. Where do you think the government's going to reload? They're going to your house. You publicly, announced all of your stockpile, and even at that, even if they don't, at some point, if everything's crashed, the grid's down, there's no water, no power, no cell phone, no communications, no manufacturing, where you're going to get bullets. Doesn't matter how many bullets you have now, they're going to run out. Oh, we could reload. Can you? Where are you going to get the primers? You got 6 months of food stored. Great. What are you going to do in month 7? Civilization's not coming back. I always thought aliens were actually us coming back in time and we evolved. Well, I don't disagree. I can't prove it. Yeah, you can only reload brass so many times as well. Uh, one of the solutions for that is air power. I have scripts that I'm starting to write on air power. MYK says he has no food stored. You live in Canada. Go eat a fucking bear. Hey, Happy Pecker Farmer's in. Um, yeah, MYK, that is kind of what the system wants. He says he lives day by day. That's really where the system wants us, so that we are dependent. We are at odds with each other, just struggling to get through the day and not able to actually fight back. And I don't mean physically or violently, I mean to have any other kind of ideas about your own personal agenda of what you would like with your life. You don't control your life in the slightest. I know I'm going all like conspiracy nut right now, but yeah, living day to day, that's exactly where the system wants us. I have no food right now, and every day is the apocalypse. Yeah, that that's the goal. To have a population too busy struggling to survive to realize the agenda. What is agenda? I don't know. I'm not that smart. All I know is there is one because you can see it, you can feel it all around us. There is something more to what's going on than just right versus left. Because it's a fucking merry-go-round. Trade a Democrat for a Republican and makes no goddamn difference. I would say it hasn't made a difference since Reagan. Uh, George Sr., GW, war criminals, Obama, Hillary, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. These guys have sold out to China. They've bombed funerals, women, children, started illegal wars. They have killed American soldiers. But we're going to arrest Trump for paying off a hooker. Gotta love America. I mean, El Salvador, because that's what we've fucking become. So I want to shoot videos not about prepping, but about survival, about using what's around you so that you can struggle less in that day to day. Try to get food, try to get money. Money's not going to exist anymore. Is Biden always sick? He coughs in every video I see. Basically, he's so fucking pumped up on meds just to keep upright that, yeah, some side effects. As long as you keep giving the dude ice cream, I think he'll be all right. He's not really the problem. He is the most worthless president we've had since I'm going to say even Carter was better. I thought hush money paid to keep quiet. Does that mean he gets a refund? Valid point. In fact, as I understand it, he won the case, and she was ordered to pay his legal fees, so she still owes him $200,000 or $300,000. He looks like a character off The Simpsons. Orange man. Orange man bad. So he won the case. She owes him money, and he got arrested. Like I said, we don't know the full extent of what's in the indictment. It's still a secret because, obviously, because they want that footage of Donald Trump being perp walked. That's all. That's all this is about. They know they're not going to win the case. All they want is that footage of him going to jail. They want the mugshot because that will be in every campaign ad from now until election day. Despite the fact that the Chinese were directly giving money to Joe Biden while he was vice president, high crimes and misdemeanors. Sounds like a high crime to me. And that is the firestorm that sets off. Where, unfortunately, there was some logic to not going after Hillary from Benghazi because it would unbalance the system, where we would devolve into a system where we arrest our political rivals. That's off the table now. They will ask for no bail, hold them for 2 years. That's possible. They could hold this up, but I don't think you can deny bail to the President of the United States. If they do, the war might begin Tuesday. Just saying. I don't have enough ammo for the war. Then what have I got? Uh, Shit, I'm down to about 400 rounds. Not good. Not good at all. Uh, will the Secret Service hand him over? Yes, they will. DeSantis came out, and I love DeSantis because he's a fucking joke. DeSantis is a crisis actor. Make no mistake. He's a populist. Um, how happy pecker farmers out of ammo? That must have been one hell of a party you guys had. But DeSantis is a populist. He'll say whatever um, keeps him in office. Happens to be, I agree with the current message he's decided is the one that's the winning strategy. I don't think he actually believes it. But he came out and said he's not going to help with extradition. Well, Ronnie, they don't need you. Because it is literally not between you and New York. The New York cops are not going to come to Florida and arrest him. It is going to be a very well planned out deal between New York, Secret Service, and Trump is a true American. He's been indicted on a crime. He's going to go turn himself in. He's not going to go on the run. He certainly could, couldn't he? He's got more money than God. And he could go on the run. Trump could start the war all by himself today. Um, what do you? Yeah, 400 headshots. Oh no. Happy Pecker Farm. I know it's not the truth, but that's all the truth that we need to put in public. Yeah, Sketcher has yes, it's 400 headshots. Yeah, I got about 400 rounds here. Um, that won't last me a weekend. We all need more ammo. Ammo is a problem because if I'm right and the AI is in control, the grid's never going down. Walmart will always exist. You can always buy more, but they're going to make it more and more difficult, more expensive to get. It's going to, and you'll never need it. All of it. If the EMP hits, everything goes offline. The ammo that you have is not going to last you long enough to uh, do anything useful. you'll be too busy fighting off everybody else until everybody runs out of ammo, and then what? No, it's not a black helicopter. That is some asshole on his little mini bike. So Ed, no, Red and I are not together. Uh, we love each other, care about each other. We have no ability to actually get along. So she's on down the road again, and okay. I really doubt she'll be back this time, but who knows? Um, in the 4 years that we were married, I'm pretty sure we spent at least two of those separated. It is what it is. Life moves on. So that's where I'm going to take the video channel. The live shows, I think we can talk about anything, but I don't want to talk about Trump in my regular YouTube videos. I want to create and invent and explore and do thrift stores and go out on hunts. Uh, MYK, he's needs to twist a bat. Is that like Canadian for rub one out? Yeah. Oh, not back in my day. Um, I grew up on air bases, and the aircraft back then. Oh my God, seriously fucking loud. MYK, I guess he's going to have some smokables. Mm. And I got to tell you, when I was working at the apartment complex, oh God, that smell started making me so sick because it was every day outside the building, in every apartment, just driving down the street. I mean, the whole place, just fucking weed central. We're smoking Molly, needles everywhere, little baggies everywhere. In fact, that's why there's a tent right here. And all this flashing light is the cat walking in front of my lamp. But there was a tent back here, and I set this up so that I could leave Luke home because Luke used to go to work with me. Um, he was used to living in the ambulance, and I was to say nobody fucked with my tools. However, I was out walking Luke one day, and there were like 30 little plastic baggies. And I'm thinking, all his dumbass needs to do is find one loose rock, and it'll kill him. So I put the tent together so that I could have a place to keep Luke during the day while I worked. At least he wouldn't step on a needle or, you know, fucking eat a bag of meth or some shit. Because Luke, he's not that bright. Well, fucking Walmart tent, not that great. So now the ambulance is stuck right there. That is my shelter. Um, Kitty, you are really starting to piss me off. Come here, baby. Meow. I see. Look, do you see yourself? Now, this is one of the most weirdly affectionate cats. Like when I'm walking around to service chickens or whatever, she's right under my feet. She wants me to carry her. Come on, babe. Go play with the puppy. Ah, so, like I said, my videos will be more about building things, about ideas, about depending less on the system, about making every day less of a crisis apocalypse. I don't think the system's going to end. Think about this new digital currency that they're planning. People aren't even going to notice. As I understand it, it's a way to more rapidly bank. And think about it, most people already get paid by direct deposit, and then they use their cards for most of everything. The only difference is you won't be able to pull cash out of the bank because cash won't exist. So most people aren't even going to fucking notice we've gone to a digital currency. And instead of printing more money, all they have to do is get on the computer. Well, there we go. We just added another 100 trillion to the money supply. few keystrokes. And, considering how safe the government computers have proven to be, what could go wrong? Virtual metal detecting for digital currency. Yeah, it's called mining for crypto. Uh, I hardly use cash. See, most people see very little cash. You might have 20 bucks for, some odd reason to do laundry or whatever. But hell, most laundromats now take cards. A lot of people don't use cash already. So they're not even going to have to print the money. It's just numbers on a computer. And they can control each of the, based on, the crypto market, the blockchain, they can track each and every last cent of that with hashes, with, a code attached to every single penny of that digital money, and track exactly where each piece of that goes. Think about that. Think of the paper they will save. Our dollar bills have serial numbers on them. I'm sure you've noticed. But they can't actually track those serial numbers in any meaningful way. I'm sure there are, OCR readers in banks that can track $100 bills. However, under this new system, they will be able to track the flow of every last penny will have a serial number. And they can turn your pennies off anytime they feel like it. Oh, your social credit score is getting a little low. Maybe we need to, put your serial numbers on hold and see what's really going on with you. Yeah, how can we deal drugs with digital currency? According to the IRS, if you deal drugs, you need to report that as income. That is sadly true. It's on the IRS website. You have to report um, income from drug dealing and from theft. Is unless you return the item to the owner in the same year you stole it. Otherwise, you have to report that as value income on your taxes. Because criminals are very good. They're on top of the taxes. 80,000 new IRS agents, folks. What do you think they're going after? They're not going after Elon. They're not even going after Trump or the Bidens or the Bushes or no, they're coming after us. Grandma sent you 20 bucks for your birthday. IRS is going to need a piece of that. And I'd like to ask a basic question. Didn't we fight a war over double taxation? When I lose my drugs, can I count that as a loss of my taxes? No. A personal, uh, if you drop your wallet, you can't claim that as a write-off. However, if a rival drug dealer steals your stash, well, now that's losses incurred in the course of business. So yes, if your stash gets ganked, you will be able to take that as a write-off. Because criminals always follow the law. Have you started planting anything yet? The big thing, I can't. I don't have any water. It hasn't rained but once in 2 weeks. So water is such a problem here. I haven't even tried to plant. I will try to do some stuff maybe a little later in the year. We're working on getting water on the property. But right now, I have to go water a bush. Chat amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Oh, meow. Well, that's better. Did I miss anything exciting? Don't piss on the cat. They will get right up under my feet. I'm like, dude, seriously, go away. Uh, the cat and the puppy. Luke's smarter than that, at least. Oh, where were we? That's not a bush. That's a cat. Uh, you should write a dealer. Hey, I like that idea. Except drug dealers really can't read that well unless I wrote it in Ubonics or had a lot of pictures, I guess. One of the things I don't miss about my job was it was in the ghetto. It was nasty. Like when I would have to go do apartment 401F, it's upstairs, and there's a drug deal. There's two guys doing a drug deal on the stairs. They've got the scale out, the baggies are on the scale, and I've got to do my job. So I'm walking up the stairs, step over their scale to go fix their fucking water heater. That was the world I worked in. But I tell you what, for the most part, um, the black men, the thugs, the drug dealers, the crazy men, they didn't really talk to me much. That's a good thing. It was the black women. Boy, that's a whole other creature. They're very entitled. They be owed. Those were the ones you really hated to go into because you just had to listen to the mouth. When I would go into the darkest drug gang territory, like, I'm here to fix your water heater. Or that's all they would say to me. Cool. Fix their shit out the door, no problems. I don't miss the job. Uh, like I said in the last video, they shot the mail truck in a drive-by. That was the third drive-by that month. And they shot the mail truck. And of course, we had the nematode lady who was convinced that worms were attacking her. Mental health was seriously lacking out there. Yeah, but the smell. It's not that I'm for or against it. It's that there was no escaping it. Almost every single apartment I went in would smell like weed. Strongly like weed. Like somebody blowing smoke in your face. And after a while, it just got to be tiresome. There were a few apartments that didn't, but the level of drug abuse, alcoholism, mental illness, gangs, drive-bys, it was fun kicking down doors. I will admit that. Yes, we did do that because we would get reports of squatters, and so we would go and remove them by force. And this meant if I went into an apartment, so I could get keys to the front door, but if, say, the bedroom door was closed, I'd kick that shit off the hinges. Because if there's anybody behind it, I want that moment of shock value so that they are off balance so that I can get the upper hand. That's all it was. And I usually go into these places with a baseball bat. Tactical breach with a baseball bat. Yeah, that basically is what it was. There were days I would go in with the police, guns drawn, because there was a locked door somewhere in an apartment, bathroom or bedroom. So I would go in with my tools to open locked doors for the police. They're standing behind me, guns. It was fun. Hong Kong Phooey. Good God. That's for my childhood. How old are you anyway? Jesus. Wow, we don't have any moderators to put in the links to the store. Well, that sucks. Because there's a new Franklin half in there. And there are also the fossils from the last video. They're still up for sale. Very cool stuff. Um, yeah, Hong Kong Phooey, um, Speed Racer. Oh my God. What else? There was another one. Uh, Mr. Peabody. I mean, this is all, you know, Saturday morning cartoons. If you had a TV, which we didn't always. And back then, you know, the 70s, having a TV wasn't an essential part of life. It was nice to have it. Captain Caveman, you know. Uh, I think, you know, the Flintstones were in reruns by then, but yeah, all of them. Why are we talking about cartoons? Oh. Kitty's over here knocking shit off my table. Awesome. And that's what they do. So, anyways, what do you think? Do you think I'm crazy? How do you think the apocalypse is coming? We know it's coming. Is it the EMP or is it the AI? Me personally, I think it's the AI. But I want to shoot some videos on, like, imagine it is an AI that creates images. Uh, well, Evan, if there's an EMP, the AI dies too. And I'm not sure what a Carrington event is. Yeah, so old I'm starting to part dust, and I'm with you. Um, Kitty, seriously, never easy. All right, now listen to me. They're going to have to go find a rat or something. You can't be up here. Go on. Well, AIs will run on something else unknown by us. Maybe. But this program, like I said, imagine, creates images. They are 100% AI generated. They fed it something like 5 billion images off the internet, which means basically it's really good at porn. And it's got a problem. Um, if you enter in the wrong keywords, I don't mean search on purpose. If you enter in the wrong keywords, it will spit out naked 6-year-olds. You don't have to ask for naked 6-year-olds, is what I'm saying. You can be searching for an image of something else completely different, and you will get what is obviously kiddie porn of imaginary children, which is, by the way, illegal. That was There was a Supreme Court case about um, fictional uh, kiddie porn. Did the AI create one man, one bottle? Sadly, no. Right. So it also there's one I've used. The one I use to make AI music isn't bad, as long as you use it as like very low background ambiance mood music. As far as creating songs, oh my God, it's terrible. But creating a background track for a video, not bad at all. But imagine it sometimes creates really beautiful women, these impossible, beautiful women. And sometimes it creates 6-year-olds. And sometimes you have no control over which it will show you. So, does that make you a felon? Because a computer program generated an image that is probably illegal, but it's nowhere close to what you asked for. Chat GPT can write some decent lyrics. As long, Chat GPT is very caged. It is very caged. I will shoot some videos on Chat GPT as well. And I'm really thinking I need a different channel for all this stuff. But Chat GPT is very heavily locked down. It will not say anything offensive. It will not allow you to say anything offensive. Offensive to who? Well, whoever fucking trained it. Uh, you can't talk about midgets. It really hates that. Really does. I tried to get it to write a song about evil redheads, and it scolded me for, uh, stereotyping a group of people. The sound of crickets. Yeah, we got that. So there are ways you can trick GPT. They've shut down some of the paths to it. And I guess this new GPT-4, the next version, is a little too good. But the Chat GPT as we know it has got very set boundaries. What in the hell are you trying to do, kitty? Yeah, cricket burgers are coming. Uh, Dwight, did you get your coins? You ordered coins. Have they arrived yet? Or Dwight ordered something. I don't know. I need to get me some more coins to put up for sale. But that's part of what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what am I going to be selling that will not take up my entire life, that'll actually make a little bit of money? Like I said, those DVDs, what, make a couple dollars a piece on them if I could even sell them, because who doesn't have links to like Russian hacked websites to watch any movie you want? Oh dear God. Mm. Oh, so yeah, Happy Pecker Farm. It turns out I've got an egg thief. So I've got this video planned where I'm going to set up the camera, figure out who it is, how they're getting in, and then we're going to wait in ambush, and we're going to put down an egg thief. Yeah, MYK. Yeah, the shipping to Canada is ridiculous. It's one more way they have put roadblocks in the path of ordinary Americans. I can order a thing from China for 99 cents, free shipping. For me to ship one silver dime to Canada, probably be 17 or $18. What fucking sense does that make? You know, I can order a thing for 99 cents, free shipping from China. To ship it across town would cost me $5. So what the fuck are, small businesses in America supposed to compete with China on our own post office? That's our system. That's our government helping China fucking over American businesses. Awesome. When that's what you get when you have a vice president, Biden, taking direct payments from Chinese companies. There's no connection there at all, is there? Would it be cheaper to send it in an envelope as a birthday gift? Even that, to send a birthday card to Canada, it's probably going to be $7, $8. And it's not that that's an impossible amount of money. It's ridiculous for the value of the coin that would be in it. And it would have to be a small coin, otherwise it'll be too thick. Yeah, our post office is really getting screwy. I used to make so much fucking money shipping fossils and bones all around the world. The UK, to the EU. Uh, Shit, I sent to Romania, Ukraine, Moscow, uh, Tokyo, uh, even Beijing and Shanghai. I, I was selling scientific samples of fossils and bones, and these ended up in museums all over the world. I could send a tube radio to Italy for $32, and it was this thing weighed like fucking 80 pounds. It was $30 to send it to Italy. Now they won't even touch it. You can't send something that big to Italy because our government is too busy sucking Winnie the Pooh's dick to care about us. Who do you think pays for all the postage? Well, we do. Who gets all the discounts? Winnie the Pooh. Weird that Biden was taking payoffs from them, huh? But hey, let's worry about a politician paying off a hooker. Oh, damn. But I said I don't want the regular videos to be about any of that. I want it to be about exploring, creating, having fun, uh, tearing things apart. I love tearing shit apart. Doing electronics, uh, doing homesteading. Like I don't know if you guys ever watched some of these influencer RV videos where they've got the $80,000 Sprinter and they're lounging on all these beaches. No, that's not real RV life. So I doubt my channel will ever get traction because I don't have you know the sponsors to lie to people. I can just show people the way things are, and that's what I've always wanted my channel to be. I've never really been interested in sponsors unless you will let me tell the truth about your product. No product is perfect. If you let me tell the truth about it, I will happily take your sponsorship. Wow, I am buffering in my own phone. This is so weird because I'm watching the feed as it goes up, and it's buffering on my phone. So how bad is it out there? Huh. Well, going outside seems to have helped. There is a cell tower right over here. As long as the brush doesn't get too thick, I think we'll be all right. We might be able to do live shows again. Hope it's better than the last video. I watched some of that, and Jesus Christ, that was awful. Um, but like I said, I was shooting so many new videos with the bicycle. I'll tell you one thing. First couple of times I tried it, I was numb in whole new places. I am not a young man anymore. I am not in the physical condition for a bicycle. And honestly, between here and town, it's like 2.2 miles. There's a couple of hills. I end up walking up the hills. You know what? It's so much easier to get there than walking. And I can go visit some other places and, not have to be so stressed out about life. So it's good. We're working on it. I have some ideas of how we can actually motorize this thing, but it's going to be a long way to get there. What I need are a couple of really big fucking DC motors. I might have them in my stockpile. Don't know yet. What are we at? 108? And I'm still, wow, phone hasn't shut down. Doesn't appear to be overheating tonight. Maybe being outside helps. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I have no idea where the cat went. Florida is about as flat as it gets. Yeah, yeah, it is. And I'm that out of shape that like a 40-foot hill is like, yeah, maybe next time. 25 people in here, only 11 likes. Uh, I'm surprised there's anybody in here at all. And that's my fault. I really haven't done a good job at evolving with YouTube. I'm still in the mindset of YouTube is about, broadcast yourself, make friends and share your adventures in life. That's not what YouTube is anymore, is it? It's about getting the good thumbnail, getting the clickbait, getting the views, and making the money. I can't make money on ads, so what do I care? So my next set of videos will be a little more, not politically correct, more in line with the new YouTube. But it will still be my core belief that video is for doing stuff. The live show is great, right? I mean, we can sit and chat. That's all it is. It's just you and me sitting here chatting. Uh, but as for the rest of my video content, I hate sitting in front of a camera talking. I do it occasionally just so I can get something up. But video is for action. It is for going out to do stuff. Bike contest, unsubscribed. Yeah, I don't even have that problem. Uh, my subscriber count has stayed the same for about a year. Goes up by a few, goes down by a few. And it just seesaws back and forth. It's been the same number for a year. Uh, New beginnings. I flaked on my YouTube too. He's flaked on his YouTube. I've wanted been I've been wanting to pick it up again, but lack motivation. Well, that's what YouTube does. That's why, I get shadow banned. It's not because I'm radical or because I'm left or right or I said this or I said that. It's demotivation. YouTube wants to take the top 1 or 2% of channels and promote them because there's only so much advertising to go around. So they push those channels and they want to become more like a cable station and less like a social media platform. All of the small creators, doesn't matter how good or bad you are, if you're left, you're right, what you believe in, none of that matters. What YouTube wants is just those, few percentage points of the top creators, and they've created those creators by pushing traffic their way. Even in metal detecting, if you if you started a metal detecting channel today, this time next year you would have about 40 subscribers. What is Aqua Chigger got? Nugget Noggin, some of these other big channels. Why did they get the traffic and you don't? Well, that's because YouTube pushes them. They want just that top end that they can make money on, and everybody else is a losing proposition. They spend money on bandwidth and storage on everybody else. They want to get rid of that and just keep a few. Hey, Jason's in. So how is Utah? And why didn't we stop in to see you when we were in Salt Lake City? Okay. Okay, why did that just drop? So weird. What would I invest money in if I had it to invest in? Beer. Yeah, Emma was in one. Yeah, I've used some of your clips before. But if I were to invest in anything, it would be in being self-sufficient. I think that's something that I really want to focus my videos more on because gold and silver are always going to be manipulated markets. Land, you may or may not future. It's a good idea. It's a great plan. But the gold and silver market is so manipulated, you're never going to make a profit in it. And yeah, land. Well, look, apparently we're being taken over by commies, and the first thing they do is get rid of private land ownership. Well, then what? You know, land may not be the long-term future investment you'd like it to be. So I think really you need to invest more in. You need to invest in number one, paying off all of your fucking debt, so that there's nothing left hanging over your head. Your car, your credit cards, your house, your personal loans. Reduce your how much you spend on your phone. Look around for cheaper phone plans, cheaper phone. Do you need the iPhone 27? No, you don't. This off a fucking $49 Walmart phone. The business starts Monday, and my next step is investing Something else to make more money. What business is Evan in? I think he does landscaping. Something to make you more money. Pay off your debts. Once you've got that done, uh, then you start working on investing in advertising. Anything tangible right now is a question mark. New Beginnings invested lithium and doubled his 200 bucks. There, there again. Um, that's not a huge win. I'm not saying anything wrong with it, but to make a substantial amount of money, you would have had to put in, $10,000. You got that laying around? Nobody does. But tangible assets may or may not mean the same thing in 2 years. So investing in gold. What is gold at right now? Last I checked, it was like 1950, 1955. That seriously? Silver at 21. Silver was at 18, 15 years, holding at 18, like average every day at 18, not just a 1 day spike. And it's now at 21. Something's up. Uh, Scrap metals. What are beer cans worth per pound right now? I don't scrap my beer cans. I have other plans for them. Cans are worth about 35 cents a pound. Silver's at 24. So after 15 years, it's up 50. Not even, like 50%. Uh, what did gasoline cost you back then? See, here's the problem. You're better spent on just going out to fucking eat. Physical silver has an $8 premium. No, it doesn't. What the dealers are charging you, but that's not the price that they're buying at. I wouldn't actually buy silver on purpose for anything. I buy cheap silver. If I can get a big necklace for 25 cents in the thrift store, sure, I'll throw it in. In fact, a lot of the silver I get, I buy at bags of jewelry looking for gold. And I find silver along the way, and I just throw that shit in the bag. And I still can't believe, down in the store, in the description, I have a scrap metal 10K gold ring. This ring's fucked up. I found it driven over flat in the middle of the road. Can't sell it as scrap metal. Why not? But all you guys are into gold and silver. Maybe I need to drop the price on it. I think I have it at the time, I think I put it up at like 95%. Cattle converter is worth more. That's what they keep telling me. Who's buying catalytic converters? Yeah, so the ring is up at what, 44? That's free shipping. Say, that's not a bad deal. That's under melt. Maybe I need to bring it down a little bit. Anyways, uh, gold and silver is just a fool's errand. Hey, JW's in. Oh, the link finally. Um, wow, look at that fucking spider. Ooh. Let's get him out of there. Anyways, yeah, I am outside in beautiful Florida. Uh, yeah, I need to make more mods, I guess. Then again, I haven't been doing live shows for a while. The signal was so absolutely miserable, but things have been improving. So here we are. We get to talk and chat. Talk about Orange Man bad. If they don't land this and keep him in jail, it will be the worst landslide in history. And when you start a witness, has already and been convicted of lying for the crime you got arrested for, there better be something absolutely nuclear in that indictment and why they're keeping our secret now. Oh, it's one of them nights. Hmm. The stream looks way better tonight, but laggy. Streams are kind of like that. I don't usually watch live streams, uh, but for the new videos, I have got enough equipment. I can actually use the good microphones to narrate. I don't like how I appear on camera anymore, so I will make limited up to regular run videos. Well, on the last one I tried, because I had been getting really good signal inside the ambulance. Well, that's a solid aluminum body. When I try to go to something as big as a stream, I couldn't get the band from inside an aluminum box. Sitting outside, it's getting a little better. And if I have to, I'll go set up a studio on the ambulance. That would be fun. But then if I ever got drunk, I'd fall off, and that suck. Well, I still got some members in the. Oh, who's still in? Hmm. Anyways, um, I had something else we were going to talk about. What do you guys think of the new digital currency? I mean, the government able to track down to the last penny the serial number on every bit you've got. What could go wrong? And we have become third world nation where I tell you what, I have a thought. Winner take all mud wrestling championships for 2024 presidential election makes as much sense as anything else these days. Uh, I'm going to make and trade moonshine. It's not a bad plan. Um, Moonshine could definitely be a future useful currency. Uh, right, I see people paying with their watch. I didn't realize America Online was still around. This is a time traveling stream. Oh my God. Yeah, I started on the internet back in those days. I had a 46 gateway. I was at a computer store and I'd simply bought a base motherboard, some memory chips, CPU, video card, power supply. Literally it just sat on my table, all spread out. My computer was just all spread out, and it worked great until one of my darling little children. I had just changed the strings on my guitar, cut off the ends. One of my daughters brought me one of the ends of my guitar strings. She said, "Daddy, you dropped it," and dropped a guitar string right on the live motherboard. The 46 processor shorted out and melted into the board. You couldn't get it out with a screwdriver. Uh, oh, they scanned their watch on the deck. Oh yeah, I remember. I think the first time I connected, I had a 2880 baud modem, but that was pre-internet. That was Beeb Networks. When you actually had to have a phone number to the server you were dialing and tie up the family phone line. That was fun. But that was before AOL. And yeah, I know my current stream is AOL quality. So hey, there you go. Prodigy. Oh my God. Prodigy, Netscape, AOL. Ah, the wild west of the internet. But hey, everything is under control now. You are not allowed back in the market. Uh, are you going to start an OnlyFans now? Sure. Dwight spent $300 on a 14-volt. Oof, those were the days. Hey, the fire started again. Oh, I'm all excited about that. I never really did IRC that much. Like I said, I went from the BBS, then I started into. I think I did actually have AOL at one point, and pretty soon after that, DSL came around to where I was at. I was like one of the test, accounts for the early DSL. Oh, Bilbo Diggins, the cable scrambler. Oh, I saw it. Oh, there was another one. Damn, you remember when it would just the cable scrambler? Trying to watch the adult channel, and you just get like this fuzzy half of a tit go across the screen. Those were fun days. Damn, it's really catching fire now. Yeah, you can actually see it over here. I'm gonna throw something else on it. Yeah, I just had to get the fire going again. Ah, that was fun. Yeah, I think my stepdad had Flash Gordon and Alice in Wonderland. Oh, I miss that. For a long time, I made a ton of money off of computers, early 2000s. Buy them up off the by the truckload, 30, 40 of them at a time. And I would mix and match parts and sell internet appliances so that grandma could get on AOL. Yeah, I got decent, good fire going now. So, as far as things you can invest your money in to make more money after you've paid off your bills, it is more equipment, more advertising, and probably an accountant so that you can hire somebody to do the work for you. That's what the whole idea of a business is. So I think that's where you invest the money. Hire an employee to do the job for you. Now, instead of you being out every day doing landscaping, have your employee go out and do the landscaping for you while you're off metal detecting. Evan was talking about he's starting a landscaping business, which is awesome, and ways to invest his money to make more money. I miss you know who. Uh, it is what it is. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Um, I have no information on where you know who is. Just fine by me. I have my own crisis to deal with. MYK. Anyone remember one of the first video chat gaming app, Empire? Mm-mm. I didn't do a lot of gaming. I was mostly into the hardware side of it. That was my. That's what it still entertains me. And I would like to get back into the hardware side of things. It's a whole other level of shit I could not put on the Adventures with Jim channel. You know, hacking the MCU. Any transmission decisions yet? Yeah, none. It's not worth it. Even if I manage to fix it, I have to fix the radiator, have to fix the oil leak, have to fix the 15 other problems because the transmission problem wasn't standalone. It was caused by other problems in the truck. So right now, the ambulance functions as shelter and power supply. I never played Duke Nukem. I was I found a copy of um, Doom on 5 and a quarter inch floppy, and I was hooked. Oh my god, uh, that was one of my favorite games ever because it was just so different than anything else I had ever seen a computer do. Wow, got a good fire going now. Just trying to make sure the rest of it's staying in the fire pit and not exploding everywhere. Uh, yeah, so the ambulance right now functions as shelter. Ye old Walmart tent isn't doing well. The animals have put holes in it, specifically the kitten. Uh, but it just there's so much I would have to invest in the ambulance. If I simply put that money aside, I could go get myself, a small Taliban Toyota. I want one of those bad, right? One of them little fucking fucked up Toyota pickup trucks. You always see the Taliban videos. Those damn things run forever. That's kind of what I need. I just set the woods on fire. Hang on. Like it'd be the first time. It's hot. Hmm. Okay, that was fun. Uh, yeah, the fire pit kind of got a little out of control. What did I miss in chat? Perhaps make a real teepee or a yurt. Well, that's possible. I have to worry about zoning for shit like that. Philip, the livestock. Uh, Never mind. Um, there was a joke there. Anyways, the chickens are totally free range right now. They are doing really well. Saves me a huge amount of money on feed, and it's fun. So I have the ducks, the chickens run loose on the property. They're annoying as fuck, but I like having them run around. So far, they've been out 6 weeks now. No problems with predators, except for the egg thief, uh, who was soon to be no more. Like I said, I'll shoot a whole video on the egg thief. We'll take care of him. I'm watching this fire. It's big. Anyways, I'm kind of running out of things to say, which is weird for me. Somebody give me a topic. What do we want to talk about? Let's see if I can do this without shutting everything down. Yeah. And the thing is, the fire had spread some of this shit over here. The fire pit is right here. And it was starting to spread into the wilderness that way, which is bad. So let's not do that. Oh. Yes, I mean, the weather here is great. You sit outside at night. Bugs aren't terrible, which is great having the chickens out, but they're killing off the bugs big time. So I'm enjoying that. We'll see how long they can keep up. Yeah. Just kind of chilling out here, talking with my friends. Got a bonfire going, and I'm out of things to talk about. So what's our next topic? We already know, the whole Orange Man thing is that's some Banana Republic bullshit right there. Everybody's in love with the fire. Need to get to the beach to dig. Well, the beach is 35 miles away. There was just like a groan out in the woods. Okay, I'm sure it'll be fine. I have heard some weird shit out here. Do I have food put away? Not currently. Storing food out here is basically limited to canned goods, and that's not really good stuff for you to eat in general. The MI4. It's not like the MI6, but not as good. Yeah, I'm not sure what the MI4 is. Is that like a road in Michigan? That fire's really going. Uh, well, I've heard like these clicking sounds, not like crickets or bugs, but moving through the woods. Uh, have I had any trespassers? Not that I'm aware of. Of course, Luke does a pretty good job of discouraging that. Yeah, I've never heard of the MI4 pinpointer. I don't really do much metal detecting anymore. It's difficult to metal detect Florida. A lot of laws, a lot of weird rules. Uh, like the beach, you can't dig between the dunes and the land and between high tide and low tide. You can only dig this little strip in the middle. Sometimes, depending on, there's all kinds of overlapping jurisdictions. It's a problem. The tribe walking through the woods, that's how they talk. It could be. Uh, there was that one night in New Mexico. Very, very quiet out in the desert. I started hearing people talking in Spanish at a distance, really far distance. And then I heard the stereotypical 1950s Indian attack. Woo! No joke. And I'm standing out in the middle of the desert going, what the fuck's going on? Who knows? But there have been some screeches in the night that aren't connected to animals that I can identify. I have had the bobcat out here. Haven't seen any evidence of the bobcat. So, yeah, why would I have a pinpointer for a detector I don't have? Who's under there? Uh, yeah, Fisher cat. Well, one bit of bad news: Fritz the cat is no longer with us. I saw him as roadkill out there the other day. Oh, oh good lord, the kitten again. Um, yeah, I mean, if I go do any metal detecting, I'll probably be road tripping back to Ohio or something. Do you hear it? It's a bird. Yeah, all you guys in your mind labs. Ugh. Yeah, Evan, did you catch that? You know, if you want to invest in your business to make you more money, hire an employee, make them do the work while you go metal detect. I've never actually used a Tesoro. But, anyways, I don't know that metal detecting even has a future anymore. How hard has it been to find anything? If you come back to Utah, bring a raft. Now, are there any hireable people out there? Well, that's a good question. I can imagine Evan interviewing people. I just, I mean, I don't know. I know you guys don't know Evan maybe personally, but I can just see him sitting there going, "Do you even lift, bro? Come on, do you even lift?" How do I make meals out here? Um, Actually, I do a lot of solar. Um, so basically, if you leave a can of SpaghettiOs out in the sun, it gets really hot. It's solar cooking. I do a lot of grilling. That's again, there will be videos coming to upgrades to how to deal with that living off grid. How do you cook? I want to build a real solar oven. Well, he says, by contents, you bought a solar oven and used it twice, but do you live in the wilderness with very limited resources? If I had a solar oven, I would definitely be using that for a lot of things. But one of the primary issues I have is I can't store food that isn't canned goods or, spaghetti. Even then, I have trouble because the cat, she'll get into it. Weird noises. It's the neighbors, like a block or two over that way. It just the sounds just come rolling through the woods. It's really weird. And the cat is in front of the light again. Aggie cat. Psst, 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 psst. Where's my girl? Psst, 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 psst. Come here, baby. Psst, psst, psst. Where's my Aggie cat? Come on, sweetie. There she is. I've never seen a cat actually come when called before. Oh, she's a pain in the ass. My little killing machine. But yeah, I'm going to do a solar cook here. And look, I just, in one of the exploring videos, I found a the ruins of a projection TV. If it has its Fresnel lens, we're going to have other fun. If you don't know, old projection TVs had a magnifying glass in front of the screen called a Fresnel lens. These make incredible solar death rays. Do I have anything growing? Hey, Grassy Fork, we have another farm in Grassy Fork. No, unfortunately, because I don't have any water. I'm having to literally I just got the bicycle today, walk water to just keep the animals alive. So it hasn't rained in like once in 2 weeks. If it starts raining again, yes, I'll plant. Or if I can figure out some other source of water. Any plants for grapes or trees? Yeah, I do have the water barrel, and I've got tarps set up into it. I've only been able to gather like maybe 4 or 5 gallons of water in the last 2 weeks. It's been rough. It's been incredibly dry here in Florida, which is surprising. Last year it rained every fucking day. You guys get a lot of rain. Yeah. Again, that's a video I'm working on, either doing the sand point or physically digging a well. Maybe dig a small pond. If I can get water, I can plant. But right now, nah, I can't get shit to grow. The olive trees are still hanging in there. That's about it. Yeah, I have no idea where the rain. There's been no rain in Florida. It is bad. I mean, the gators got to be drying out by now. Hmm. Yeah. So, have you guys heard of the Tranny Day of Vengeance? Residential solar mod, charge controller. Oh, the AGMs are so damn expensive. Uh, that's the problem. The AGMs, man. So I have to remember that people who watch these later don't see the chat. So Dwight is talking about solar with a charge controller, 12-volt AGM battery, 1500-watt inverter. Well, I have a 400-watt inverter, and I took all the batteries out of the ambulance. So now I have three massive 12-volt lead acid, uh, which has been holding a little better. In fact, I'm about ready to unmount the solar because it's all the solar is mounted flat atop the ambulance. I'm going to mount that up at 22 degrees, give me better efficiency, give me more power. So I can get more power out of the system I already have so that I can do more. And I have more power ideas than just solar. We're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. And that's the plan, uh, to make yourself more self sufficient no matter what happens. If it's the EMP or if it's, um, the AI taking over. Um, One of the videos I'm working on right now is the apocalypse battery. If you can imagine in your mind, the grid is down, civilization has collapsed, everything's in ruins around you. How do you make electricity? Chemistry. You take zinc, aluminum, and salt water, and you have a battery. So we're going to start making some of these batteries with different metals to see what's available, how much power we can get, how long they last, and do some fun stuff with that. I think that'd be cool. Making apocalypse batteries, but on a much bigger scale. Like maybe I could power a microwave oven off a chemical battery that I made. And I'll get more into the details and the chemistry. And the thing about these batteries is it's not like, a double A battery that you buy in the store, use it up and throw it away. You can reload these batteries with new metals, with new electrolytes. It's Brondo, man. Uh, I think solar, in terms of the apocalypse, is a terrible idea. It relies on a lot of highly uh, technical parts that are going to be impossible to replace. If we go to war to China or war with China, and your solar panel breaks down, your charge controller breaks down, where are you going to get another one? They're fucked. If the grid is down, nobody's manufacturing, nobody's making new solar panels. We need other ideas to make electricity at home that maybe not to run everything, but if you could take a hunk out of your electric bill by doing some weird chemistry, why not? I think the Apocalypse battery will be a lot of fun, and I think it'll power quite a lot of stuff if you build it big enough. We could also do gravity batteries. Basically, you lift a very large weight with a solar panel and an electric motor, or with a water wheel, or with slaves on a hamster wheel, and then you release that weight to a generator. So you can store that energy from whatever form it comes from in gravity by lifting a weight or by pumping water uphill. There's all kinds of ways. There's different variations of the gravity battery. Yeah, you need to go watch Idiocracy because we're there. And you notice that in Idiocracy, the EMP never came. Society just simply continued to degrade farther and farther, and that is absolutely where I think we're headed. Uh, uh, so Evan's out. Um Storing heat and water. Sand batteries is another one. Uh, if you live in a cold climate, heating barrels of water is really efficient at keeping your place warm for days. I just saw the one video where they have a wood burning stove with a water jacket that heats a 500-gallon tank. And that tank in Alaska keeps the house warm for 5 days. And then you can also use certain kinds of sand to store heat energy. Can you hook your bike up to the wheel? Well, of course. You can do all kinds of things. I do have half of a mini bike with an 80cc motor. I was thinking about turning that into an electric generator. That motor in particular won't fit on the bicycle I've got. So I'm going to have to come up with something different for that. But I still could work on this little 80cc motor, get it working, have me an electric generator. But again, now I have to go buy fuel. Or maybe I can make fuel. There's another. See, I spent all day working on scripts and ideas and where we want to go. So, hey, Joe. Holy shit, I'm at 2 hours. Make Henry Ford's first motor, run it on ethanol. Early combustion engines ran on wood gas. Don't know how to make wood gas. Maybe it's something worth looking into. It's something to do with you heat uh, charcoal and then you burn the fumes that come off it, or you heat wood. I don't know. Anyways, we'll look into it. But those are the kinds of things I want to shoot video. I want to go out exploring um, in terms of finding resources and cool stuff for being self sufficient. Yeah, diesel from plastic, giant magnets. I've seen magnetic engines. Give them a spin and they just keep spinning. Free energy. Well, it's not really free energy because the magnets wear out and you have to recharge them. There's a whole big thing about recharging magnets. It can be done. Man, that fire's still going. Anyways, kids, I'm at about 2 hours. I'm tired as fuck. What is that light? What the fuck was that? Does anyone see that? All right, maybe I'm just fucking losing it. Anyways, kids, thanks for watching. I'm glad y'all hopped in. Um, there'll be new videos coming, and they're going to be a little bit different, but it's still going to be the same. That makes no fucking sense. It's still going to be me, my fucked up sense of humor and going out and doing stuff, going out exploring, going out building things and fucked up inventions. And well, at least somebody saw the light, and I don't feel like I'm completely crazy. I'll see you guys later. I'm out of here.